The 2019 Lincoln MKC. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager at McArthur, Lincoln in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to talk about the standard as well as optional equipment that's available on that base trim of the 2019 Lincoln MKC. For 2019, they did drop the name Premier, if you see on most of your websites, it might say MKC, something like that. But it's pretty much the same concept. It is your base model trim. You may have the Select and Reserve as well that's available, and even the Black Label. So do check out those videos. I have one already on the Select, and we'll be cutting one on the Reserve shortly. But this is going to just talk about the standard equipment that comes on all your MKCs and a couple different optional equipment that's available too. So first, let's kind of talk about some of the safety features. Of course, these are a very safe vehicle. Lincoln is very dedicated to that. And one thing you're going to see for the driver and front passenger is going to be the dual stage airbag. And it's a different size airbag that's going to deploy from the front of the vehicle there. Depends on how close you are to the steering wheel. There's a sensor underneath those seats that tells the system how close you are and what size airbag to deploy in case of that front collision there. Also, you're going to get knee airbag for the driver and front passenger too. That's going to protect them on their knees from any of those front collisions as well there. There's going to be an airbag on the side of the seats that's going to deploy the side impact airbags for those side impacts. So if you have that vehicle hit you from the side, it's going to deploy that airbag to try to protect those in the front seat up there as well there. And then you're going to have the side canopy airbags as well. They're going to come down from the roof line and protect the glass from that glass coming in at you from any of those side collisions or rollovers for the driver in the front seat as well as the rear seat back there. So some great ways to really protect you throughout the vehicle. It's called a personal safety system for those in the front seats to really protect you all the way around there. Also, for kind of some other safety features in the back of the vehicle, you're going to have that latch system, that lower anchors and tethers for children. And that's a great system to be able to secure those car seats, those infant seats down to the back of the seats, so that way they won't move on those collisions there. That's a great system. Make sure you're using that latch system. Also, you're going to have the child safety locks on those doors. And that's a great way to be able to lock that so that way the kids on the inside and those back seats aren't able to open those doors while you're driving down the road. So a couple different safety precautions for those in the rear seat as well. You're also going to get the SOS post-crash alert system. What that's going to do is if you happen to be in an accident, it's going to honk the horns and flash the lights so other people know that you're in an accident off the road. You need safety there, or someone to come to your safety, I should say. Also, you're going to have the 911 assist. That's going to allow you to be able to connect your phone using the Microsoft Sync technology, so that way you can call 911 directly instead of using maybe OnStar or some of those systems to call a third-party system there. And it's always a lot quicker and better if you can call 911 directly, and that's going to allow you to do that too. So some great ways to protect you. Also, this is going to come with advanced track with roll stability control. And with all your SUVs, you want that to be able to control that rollover type situation, and this system's going to do really well with that. That advanced track, its goal and simplified is it helps you keep you on your intended path. So that's a really nice way to be able to kind of tell you on those slick driving roads when it's raining, maybe snow a little bit, that it's going to help you keep you on your intended path and use a series of brakes in just milliseconds and adjusting each of those four wheels to keep you on that intended path. So that's a great system as well. So again, some great safety precautions that have gone in to making sure you're safe when you're driving the MKC. But now let's go ahead and move forward and talk about the front of the vehicle. Now your MKC can come either in the front wheel drive, which is standard, or you can get the optional all-wheel drive. If you do go with the all-wheel drive, you are going to get that adaptive suspension, and the adaptive suspension allows you to have a little bit different handling with that vehicle because of that adaptive suspension. So you're going to be able to control the steering and the handling, whether it be performance or comfort mode, through the settings and your screen there. And so that's really nice having that flexibility with that. In the past, they've called it the continuously controlled dampening suspension. And that is the same thing. They felt like adaptive suspension was a little bit more easier to understand there. Also, you're going to come standard, and the only engine available is the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. That engine is going to deliver 245 horsepower, 275 foot-pound of torque. So plenty of power behind it. And for fuel economy on your front wheel drive, you're going to see around 20 miles per gallon in the city, about 27 miles per gallon on the highway. And on the all-wheel drive, you can expect somewhere around 19 miles per gallon in the city, about 25 miles per gallon on the highway. So pretty good, efficient fuel economy there. It's also going to come standard with your 6-speed automatic transmission with select shift. And select shift means you can put it in that S shift there, and you can shift it using the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, the plus and the minus, to be able to shift it up and down through those gears like a manual transmission. It also comes in handy if you're driving in the mountains and you're coming down those hills. You want to make sure you shift it in that S and use those paddle shifters to help you out. So real nice equipment there, and also it comes with Lincoln drive control too. Your all-wheel drives will get that adaptive suspension as part of the Lincoln drive control. Your front-wheel drives will not, but both of those will also get the active noise control. And it works a lot like your active noise canceling headphones. It's going to make it so much quieter inside the vehicle, and it's a great system, and they've put that in a lot of the Lincoln vehicles, and that's why they're so much quieter than the Ford vehicles are. Also, it's going to come with ePass. It's that electronic power assist steering. And what that really means for you is that it's going to stiffen up that steering when you're on the highway so that wind doesn't push you around from side to side like we get here in Kansas. But when you're in the parking lots, it's going to make it so much easier. It's a lot easier to steer it, turning the wheel into those tight parking spaces and your driveways and things like that. Also, it's going to come with your active grille shutters up here. The active grille shutters work a lot like your shutters in your house. They open and close, and it does it automatically for you. If you're in the city, it's going to open that up, allow for airflow in to cool off that engine. But you're on the highway, it's going to close it up, creating a kind of a boundary to be able to have the airflow around the vehicle, giving a little bit better fuel economy, because there's plenty of air that's going to come up underneath the vehicle to cool it off on the highway there. So some great system there. And let's talk about the styling here. This is a refresh for 2019. You're going to see that chrome mesh grille like you're seeing on the MKZ, the Continental, and the Navigator now. So it just looks real sharp. Also the chrome surround that goes around that grille too. So again, another refresh for 2019, so a little bit different look there. You can see the chrome accents down here. Also satin chrome finish down here. That's that front skid plate is what they call that, and it gives it a nice look on the front of the vehicle, a nice luxury look. You're going to have automatic HID headlights. HIDs are going to be so much brighter for you, and they're really going to light up the road. Also going to come with LED signature lighting. These LED lights underneath those headlights there. So those are a real nice look to the vehicle. And one of the reasons for the LED lights under here, as well as some others, is you get that Lincoln Embrace with the vehicle. And so what Lincoln Embrace is it really is a way to welcome you or embrace you to your vehicle. So as you approach that vehicle with that key fob in your pocket, it's going to use a series of LED lights to really welcome you to the vehicle. And the first one you're going to see as you approach from the front of the side is that LED light that's going to light up underneath the headlight. Then all your door handles are going to also light up with LED lights in those, so you can be able to see those easily. If you happen to approach the vehicle from behind, you're going to see the LED tail lights light up on the back of that lift gate. And then both sides of the vehicle, you're going to see the Lincoln Welcome Mat, is what they call it, with the Lincoln symbol in the middle of that, which is just a great way to welcome you to the vehicle, especially at night. Now, as I move around to the side, you're going to see the standard wheel, the only wheel that's available on your MKC, and that's going to be the 18-inch premium painted aluminum wheel. So real nice looking wheel, nice luxury wheel with the Lincoln center cap there. Also, you're going to have for the mirrors, a body colored mirror cap. It's going to have your power heated glass there. Also, it's going to have your integrated blind spot mirror, and that's the angled mirror so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot just a little bit better. And don't forget, it does have that security approach lamp that's going to put that welcome mat beside the vehicle, and it's going to be positioned underneath this mirror here. This will have your intelligent access. The Lincoln Embrace is really nice with that key fob in your pocket with those LED lights, but then when you walk up to the vehicle, you just put your hands in the door handle, it's going to automatically unlock the vehicle. So just by approaching it, it doesn't automatically unlock. It only does that once you put your hands in the door handle. And then it allows you to get in and out of the vehicle, unlock and locking it without having to get the keys out of your pocket. There's ridges on all the doors. You just press that and then it's going to lock the vehicle up for you. There is a keypad on the pillar over here, and that just allows you, if you want to leave the keys inside or access a vehicle without the keys, you can use your own special code to be able to access the vehicle that way too. So sometimes I'll like to lock my keys in there and lock it up and use the keypad to get in the vehicle. Also, you're just going to come with remote start. So that way you can remote start it within a certain proximity of the vehicle. And then within that settings, you can set it up to remote start, an auto setting. So on those cold days, it'll go ahead and heat those seats up and those kind of things, which we're going to get to a lot of those features here in just a little bit. Also, you'll notice the nice chrome accent around the windows. Also down here, you're going to have a molded in black that protects it from those rocks and different things like that, as well as you're going to have a nice chrome accent to kind of dress that up down there. And then the chrome roof rack rails up here. The MKC will get these nice chrome rails. Your other vehicles won't always get those, like your MKX and such, unless those are optional equipment, but this is going to be standard on all your MKCs. Also, you're going to get privacy glass in these back windows as well as the back glass. It just keeps it cooler for everyone in the back seat, since they don't have as many vents on them as well. So plus just a nice luxury look as well on the vehicle. Now as we move to the back, you're going to see the LED tail lights. We already kind of saw that earlier, but wanted to kind of talk a little more about that. You're going to see it lights up clear across the lift gate when you have your headlights, tail lights on. When you hit your brake lights, the outside sections will light up brighter. The middle will stay that constant color there. Also back here, you're going to see the body color rear spoiler up here, and a high gloss black finish no matter what color the vehicle is, up underneath there and coming down the side here. Rear defrost with rear wiper as well. And then I love the nice Lincoln chrome lettering back here on the back of the liftgate above those LED tail lights. Also, for a refresh for 2019 is the chrome accent here on the liftgate, that applique back there, and that is new for this year. Rear view camera with reverse sensing, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you, and you're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything. You'll notice, just like in the front, you're going to see the rear skid plate too, is that satin chrome finish there with a chrome tip dual exhaust for it as well. And you'll notice the clamshell design, of course, been carried over for 2019, so that liftgate goes around those tail lights. There's no brake in there. Also, you're going to see less rattles with that design there too. And then you're still going to have these reflectors down there, so if you happen to have that liftgate open on the highway, they can still see you with those reflectors that are on the bumper instead of on the liftgate there. This does actually have standard equipment, is going to be your power liftgate. So you can use your remote to hit the button twice, or you can just, if you come up just to the right of the rear view camera, you just press a button there and it's going to power it up for you. So real nice, convenient, especially when you have your hands full with different luggage and things. Here in the back, you're going to see carpeted in most of the rear cargo area, and that just helps with noise dampening and keeping it a little bit quieter. So carpet in the floor, the sides, as well as those seat backs. Speaking of those seats, you do have a 60-40 split bench seat. Those seats can lay down if you need a little extra cargo room. You can pull the levers on the side of the seats and they're going to go ahead and recline down for you, giving you that extra cargo room. Also, those in the rear seat can use those same levers to be able to recline the seat back if they want to. Right now it's kind of in the middle position there, but it can recline back even more, letting them relax a little bit on that trip there. Also, there's a couple different hooks here on the side and some loops, one on each side for you. And what that's for is for the cargo net that is standard equipment. So you can grab this cargo net, position it back there, it keeps it kind of solid back there. Put all those small items in there, those balls, some of that equipment and things like that. That way they won't roll around in the rear cargo area, kind of bothering you and banging up and even possibly ruining the cargo area. Just put them in the cargo netting so that way they won't roll around. When you're not using the cargo net, you can roll it up, and there's a nice little compartment over here to the right where you can kind of store that right there, as well as maybe some little smaller items in there too. Also back here you're going to see is a power point, and that just allows you to power those different devices. Those in the rear seat, it's close enough they can reach it back there. Also, maybe if you're at the ball game or something, you can go ahead and plug your devices in there and power them as well. A light back here too, so you can be able to see it when you open up that lift gate, and I like where it's positioned right there because some of the vehicles in the past have had them up here and you just couldn't see into the cargo area, so it's positioned in a real nice place there. In here, we always put the mats. Premium floor mats comes standard equipment on all your Lincoln MKCs with the Lincoln embroidering on those front footwells, as well as you're going to have the carpeted mats for the back footwells too. So real nice equipment here in the rear of the vehicle. As I talk about the interior, there are two different colors that are available on your interior. One of those is going to be your ebony interior, which is going to be an all black interior for you. So across the dash, as well as your seats, your console cover and your armrests are going to be all the ebony or that black interior. Or you can get the cappuccino, which is going to be like what you're seeing with this vehicle, where you're going to have that dark brown, I think it's that cocoa on the top there going across. And you're going to have that cappuccino, that light tan on the bottom of your doors, the dash, the console cover and your seats. You're going to have that dark brown armrest there. Regardless if you have the ebony or the cappuccino interior, you're going to have one trim appliques in this, and that's going to be the Sonata Spin aluminum trim. So you're going to see that with the ridges over here on the doors. Also, you're going to see it under the vent on the driver's side, as well as across the dash over there on that side. And then you're going to have more of a brushed aluminum finish here on the steering wheel, as well as on both sides of that instrument panel. Your seats are a Lincoln Soft Touch luxury seats, so real nice seat here. They are going to be dual power seats, 12-way. So not only are going to be power lumbar for forward and back, but also up and down, and then heated seats for the driver and front passenger as well. Back seat seats 3 back there. 60-40 split bench seats. We talked about that backrest. You have an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest as well. And then behind the console you have 2 vents, as well as you have 2 USB ports back there, which is kind of an upgrade for 2019. Here on the door you have power windows, locks, mirror switches with auto one touch for those front windows. Also driver memory for 3 different drivers. And what's nice about that, it's going to memorize your mirror as well as your seat position for 3 different drivers. And this does have the easy entry and exit seat, which means that it's going to move that seat back when you shut the vehicle off to make it a little bit easier to get out of the vehicle and get back in. So that's real nice. When you turn the vehicle on, it's going to adjust that seat and the mirror to the last driver that drove the vehicle. And if that's not you, go ahead and press your number. Hopefully you've saved it, and it's going to adjust that seat on the fly as it's adjusting everything else. So that's real nice. Also, leather wrap steering wheel with a manual tilt and telescoping feature. So you just pull the lever underneath here and it'll go up and down, forward and back, and you get just the right position that way. On the left side of the steering wheel, you're going to see your cruise control. On the right side, you're going to see your Bluetooth as well as your audio controls over there. You're also going to have 2 D-pads. The D-pad here on the left is control your productivity screen there on the left side. Those different settings for you that we've talked about are going to be located over there. The D-pad over here on the right is going to control your Microsoft Sync technologies. They're going to come to the left side of your speedometer there. You can adjust a lot of those right there, so you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel. Now here for your climate control, I like how it looks. Nice clean look. When you have the vehicle turned off, you can't see the words or the emblems on your climate control. When you hit that push button start to start it, it's going to use LED backlighting to light everything up, all the words, numbers, and emblems. So what's a great benefit of that is you don't have to worry about them wearing off over time because they're not colored on or painted onto the console here. Dual zone auto climate control as well, so the driver and front passenger can have 2 different temperatures there, and you control your heated seat buttons right here on there as well, so you don't have to go into the screen. Now let's talk about the audio. You have AM, FM, CD player, Sirius XM satellite radio is all standard equipment. It's going to also come standard with the Sync 3 system. That's that 3rd generation voice enhanced recognition system. We can control your audio, your climate, and your phone through voice commands as well as through the touchscreen right there. So that's really nice being able to use that there. Also, it's going to come standard with your Lincoln Connect, and all your Lincoln vehicles are coming with that anymore. And it's a great way for you to connect to the vehicle using a Lincoln Way app. So it's a free app that you download, and then you go ahead and connect your vehicle in there, and then you can be able to do all kinds of things through that app, like remote starting the vehicle from anywhere, unlock and lock it. You can also find your vehicle and locate it. You can even schedule remote start times for every morning if you want to at a certain time that you know you want to do that. So you can schedule those in there too. So real nice app to be able to connect you to the vehicle. Also, you can schedule service through that app and a lot of other features too. And this is also going to come with Wi-Fi hotspots. Those are 2 different features. The Wi-Fi hotspots are something that you'll need to sign up for. I think it's $20 a month for an unlimited plan through AT&T, and to be able to have your vehicle be a hotspot for everyone in here. Up to 10 different devices can connect to it for free, and of course the person that's driving the vehicle will have the $20 a month, but otherwise everybody connect to the vehicle using the Wi-Fi hotspot there. So that's a nice feature to have. And then when you put that vehicle in reverse, we talked about earlier, this is where you're going to see your backup camera come into view as well, right there in the middle of your dash there. And then up here on the mirror, you got auto dimming rear view mirror up there. And on the overhead console up here, you're going to see a little compartment where you can put sunglasses and smaller items in there. And then because of your push button start being over here and push button shift, you're going to have some open area down in here. And one of those is this media hub that we call it. And so you can just slide that open, and you're going to have 2 smart USB ports in there as well for the driver and front passenger to have. Also, you're going to have a power point in here too. So if you still have those power points, you can use that, or you can just plug those. A lot of those cell phones anymore are coming with a USB plug-in for you, and you can just plug that in, charge your phone that way. You can also stream music that way through there if you want to use the USB portion of the audio instead of the Bluetooth. You can do that and being able to stream that music through this system too. So that's really nice, and it's big enough compartment to put that cell phone in there. So just put it in there, plug it in and such. Also in here, you're going to, for the console, you're going to be able to pull this open. You're going to see a little tray that's in here, also a bigger compartment to put some things in, and there's another power point in there too. So you're going to have 4 power points throughout the vehicle, or three power points now throughout the vehicle, and 4 USB ports. So that's great ways to really connect you, and that's what Lincoln's wanting to do right now, is to be able to connect their customers to their vehicles. So that's really nice. So now everything we've talked about so far is going to be standard equipment in all of your MKCs. Let's talk about some standalone options that you have to order through the factory from Lincoln. And one of those is going to be your front tag bracket. Now, if you live in a state that requires a front tag, it's going to be standard equipment that's going to be ordered. But if you're in a state like Kansas, where there's not a front tag is required, it's going to be optional equipment. But it is a no-charge option for you, and that's why we order it on almost every one of our vehicles. Also, engine block heater. Engine block heater will come in handy, especially for those people that live in those cold weather states. That is optional equipment that can be put on the vehicle here. Also, another optional equipment is going to be your daytime running lights. So those are going to be these LED lights under here. You can have them configured to be on during the daytime. So it looks real sharp when you're driving down the road, but that is actually optional equipment. It's going to be standard when you go to select, but is optional on all your base model vehicles. Now we're going to talk about some accessories. Now these can either be ordered from Lincoln when you order your vehicle, or you can even get them through your Lincoln dealership afterwards if you want to. So it can be ordered either way that way. If you do order them from the factory, a lot of times they'll be shipped ahead of time to the dealership anyway, and then they'll put that equipment in the vehicle. And most of these are some things that just really help with the all-weather type situations there. So you're going to get the all-weather floor mats as optional equipment for you. So they're going to be those all-weather mats for the footwells there in the front as well as the back. So just like your premium mats, but now they're going to be all-weather. They're going to have the MKC branding on them as well. So real nice all-weather mats that are optional equipment. Also, you can get a cargo area protector, which is kind of a tray-like all-weather mat in the back. So if you know you get it, you're going to be getting it muddy and dirty a lot, so you can order that. It's going to go completely in that back rear cargo area and protect it from those different situations. So if you move a lot of plants and different things like that, this would be a good option for you to put in the vehicle. You can also, for your cargo area, get the reversible cargo mats. And what's great about it is it's carpet on one side, so it's a real nice carpet in there, but then you can turn it over and it's kind of more of an all-weather on the other side. It's not going to be a tray-like, so you know if you get things on it, it's going to go over, it will go into the rear cargo area, so keep that in mind when you order that. And then last but not least is a locking lug nuts. So if you're in a state, you're always going to need to be, or an area where you want to be worried about that, about those being able to get those wheels off, you can order the locking lug nuts. So one of those, of each of those four, will be locking that you'll need that key for. So that's going to be optional equipment as well. And again, these are all four things that you can get either order it with your vehicle, or you can order it from your Lincoln Parts Department afterwards, and they can put it in your vehicle. So that's all your standard as well as optional equipment for the 2019 model year of the Lincoln MKC base trim there. Also, don't forget about the warranties. Lincoln feels like if you're buying a luxury vehicle, you should get some luxury service, and you're going to see that with a 4-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and a 6-year, 70,000-mile powertrain warranty. So real nice warranties that go along with those Lincoln vehicles that's going to protect you for a long time there. Also, you're going to get 4-year, 50,000 miles of pickup and delivery service. And pickup delivery means that when it comes to your service, you can use that Lincoln Way app like we talked about earlier to schedule your service. They'll pick your Lincoln vehicle up for service, leave you a Lincoln loaner for the day, they'll service your vehicle, they'll clean it, they'll bring it back to you. So it's a great service for you. If you live maybe outside of the radius, which I think is 30 miles, you can still bring your vehicle in from service if you want to, and then you'll still get that Lincoln loaner. So bring your vehicle in for service, need to go run some errands, go to lunch, and grab a Lincoln loaner for you. Service your vehicle, also clean it up for you and let you know when it's ready. You can come back and pick it up. So both of those are some great services that come with all your Lincoln vehicles for 4 years, 50,000 miles. Now check out our website, McArthurLincoln.com. There you're going to find where you can check all of our inventory out right there easily. You can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, you can also see our great internet pricing there, and we do discount our vehicles not like most Lincoln dealerships, so you can see our great internet prices on all of our inventory there, and you can see the new 360-degree walk-arounds on all of our vehicles too, where you get you can spin that car all the way around, see all the way around the actual car that you're looking at, as well as inside, just like you're sitting in the middle of it, and you can turn your phone and see all the way around the vehicle, the dash, the roof, the seats and everything. So it's a great way to really see what you're getting, and we do that on every single one of our vehicles. Those are not stock photos and stock spins. Those are actual photos that were taken right here in this building. So I think you'll find it real nice and easy for us to work with here on that site. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call one of our coordinators, 785 378-5031. You can also text using that number too, and we can get back to you as well. And we do have 24/7 chat service and representatives available for you. So during our normal business hours, it's going to be one of our coordinators, but there's always going to be somebody available even after hours. If you have some questions on how to navigate the website or anything, feel free to get on the chat with them. And it's not going to be a pressured situation there where we're going to ask for your name and number and such like that. You can just ask anyway. If you just have a quick question of how to get to this or to that, you can find that there as well. So I think you'll find it real easy to work with us, and I hope you find some great value out of this video as well and you enjoyed it. And again, the 2019 Lincoln MKC. If you happen to be watching this video on YouTube, we have a special offer just for you. We do free shipping on all of our vehicles within the 48 states outside of Hawaii and Alaska. So again, that's a great service. You just mentioned you saw the video, this video on YouTube, and we'll give you free shipping on any of our vehicles. So get a great internet price from a great dealership that knows their product and provides us great videos out there. So I'm sure it's helped you out in your research for an MKC. And so if you're wanting to get a Lincoln vehicle, great way to get one from a Lincoln dealership and get free shipping. The only thing we require that you do is to finance the vehicle. And right now, Lincoln has some great rates. They always are having 0% or real low rates and some great lease rates as well. So as long as you do that, then that just recuperates some of the costs by getting that funding through Lincoln, which they really love getting those contracts to them. So I would just ask you to do that and then get free shipping. So it's a great deal for you and for us, getting you a great vehicle as well. And you still get all those Lincoln benefits from your local Lincoln dealership as well when you do that. So keep that in mind. If you haven't had a chance yet, first time you're watching one of our videos, hit that red subscribe button down below. That way you can subscribe to our channel and get some great content that we keep producing on a daily and a weekly fashion there for you. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you get notified when we have a new video uploaded to our YouTube channel. We do about 5 a week, so definitely check that out and see what we have for in way of new and Lincoln videos coming out. I think you'll really find it some great value, just like with this one right here. Also, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. It lets people know this is a great video to watch, and it really helps me grow my channel as well. So please do that. And don't forget, if you have any comments, any questions, put them down in the comments down below. I respond to each one of those myself, and I love being able to help you out and help you figure out what you're looking for when it comes to a Lincoln MKC as well. And I think you'll really find it we're very easy to work with. So again, thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and join our YouTube channel there. And until the next video, we'll see you later.